Chemical spills. Response and recovery. A single mistake can throw an entire city into chaos. Toxic chemicals leaked from a factory contaminate the air, soil, and rivers, forcing people to evacuate in fear. But why do chemical spills happen, and how can we respond and recover from them? Today, we will take an in-depth look at the dangers of chemical spills and the strategies for handling them effectively. 1. What is a chemical spill? A chemical spill refers to the uncontrolled release of hazardous chemicals, such as toxic, flammable, or corrosive substances, into the environment. These spills can occur in factories, laboratories, during transportation, or even due to natural disasters. Once released, these chemicals can contaminate the air, water, and soil, posing serious threats to humans and ecosystems. For example, in 1984, the Bhopal gas tragedy in India resulted in over 20,000 deaths after a toxic gas leak from a pesticide plant. 2. Major causes of chemical spills. 1. Industrial and factory accidents. Leaks due to equipment failure, improper handling, or human error. 2. Transportation accidents. Spills occurring during the transport of chemicals by truck, train, or ship. 3. Natural disasters. Earthquakes, floods, and hurricanes damaging chemical storage facilities. 4. Terrorism and intentional releases. Deliberate acts of chemical contamination. 3. Effects of chemical spills on humans and the environment. The impact of a chemical spill depends on the type of substance released. Checkmark effects on humans. 1. Inhalation of toxic gases can cause respiratory damage and nervous system disorders. 2. Skin and eye exposure can lead to chemical burns and irritation. 3. Long-term exposure may result in cancer, genetic mutations, and other chronic illnesses. Checkmark effects on the environment. 1. Water contamination disrupts aquatic ecosystems. 2. Soil pollution reduces agricultural productivity. 3. Airborne toxins can spread over long distances, affecting wildlife and human populations. 4. Response procedures for chemical spills revolving light. 1. Immediate response. The golden hour. Swift action is critical in the event of a chemical spill. The initial response involves 3 key steps. Keycap 1. Establishing a hazard zone. Restrict access to the affected area to prevent further exposure. Keycap 2. Evacuation and human safety. Residents and workers must be evacuated, and protective gear must be distributed. Keycap 3. Containing the spill. Shutting off valves, using absorbents, and sealing leaks to prevent further spread. Firefighter 2. Deployment of specialized response teams. A hazardous materials response team, HAZMAT, is dispatched to assess and manage the situation. 1. Identifying the chemical and assessing its properties. 2. Wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, PPE. 3. Using neutralizing agents or absorbents to control and clean up the spill. Seedling. 3. Environmental restoration and long-term recovery. If chemicals have spread into the environment, cleanup efforts must follow. 1. Removing or decontaminating polluted soil. 2. Purifying water sources through filtration and chemical treatments. 3. Ventilating and monitoring air quality to ensure safety. 4. Conducting long-term ecological studies to assess residual damage. 5. Notable chemical spill disasters and lessons learned. Pushpin 1. Bhopal gas tragedy, 1984, India. One of the deadliest chemical disasters. This gas leak killed over 20,000 people due to poor safety regulations. This tragedy led to stronger industrial safety laws worldwide. Pushpin 2. Deepwater Horizon oil spill, 2010, USA. A BP oil rig explosion caused the release of 7.8 million liters of crude oil into the ocean, devastating marine life. The disaster highlighted the need for improved safety measures in offshore drilling. Pushpin 3. Fukushima nuclear disaster, 2011, Japan. An earthquake and tsunami damaged a nuclear power plant, leading to widespread radioactive contamination. This event emphasized the long-term consequences of hazardous material leaks. 6. Preventing chemical spills. Construction. 1. Rigorous safety management. 1. Regular maintenance and inspection of storage and transport systems. 2. Comprehensive training for employees handling hazardous materials. 3. Automated monitoring systems to detect leaks and malfunctions early. Stop sign. 2. Strict regulations and enforcement. 1. Government-imposed safety standards for chemical management. 2. Immediate legal consequences for negligence in handling dangerous substances. Globe. 3. Research on eco-friendly alternatives. 1. Replacing hazardous chemicals with safer, biodegradable alternatives. 2. Promoting sustainable industrial practices to reduce environmental risks. Chemical spills can happen anywhere, at any time, but with strict prevention measures and effective emergency responses, we can minimize their impact. Protecting our environment and ensuring public safety is not just a responsibility, it is an investment in our future. How will we prepare for and prevent the next chemical disaster? The time to act is now. Small Diamond. So far, we have explored chemical spills and response strategies. See you in the next lecture.